I eventually told him that I thought it was about my sexuality, and he was super sweet about
You
it.
won't believe the heartbreak behind the scenes of one of TV's biggest stars. She was the sarcastic, moody teen who stole our hearts on a massive hit show. But every time she kissed her famous on-screen boyfriend, a person she was also dating in real life, she felt this deep, confusing sadness. She didn't know why, and she kept it a secret for years, terrified it would destroy her career. But when the secret finally came out, it wasn't just her own life that changed. It caused a fallout with the person she was trying to protect the most, and it cost her something she could never truly get back. This is the story of Sara Gilbert, the pain she carried, and the surprising, emotional new chapter she's starting right now. Sara Gilbert, born Sarah Rebecca Abels in 1975, grew up right in the middle of Hollywood, though her mother, Barbara Cohen, worked hard to keep her life as normal as possible. Her older half-sister, Melissa Gilbert, was already a huge star on Little House on the Prairie, which is actually why Sara first wanted to act. She was a little jealous of the attention Melissa got. At the age of 9, Sara symbolically took the last name Gilbert, tying herself to that famous legacy. Her first big break came in 1988 when she was just 13 and landed the role of Darlene Connor on Roseanne. Darlene quickly became a fan favorite because she was sharp, funny, and didn't care what anyone thought. She was the ultimate TV tomboy, and Sara played her so perfectly she earned 2 Emmy nominations. While she was on the show, she even went to Yale University, proving that she was always serious about her life, not just her acting. The whole production adjusted filming around her class schedule, which is almost unheard of for a TV star. She graduated in 1997 with a degree in art. This is also where her famous real-life romance with her on-screen boyfriend, Johnny Galecki, began. On Roseanne, Johnny played David Healy, Darlene's sweet but sometimes troubled boyfriend. Their relationship on the show was a huge part of the series, showing real-life teen romance and all its messiness. But behind the camera, Sara and Johnny were also dating for several years. Sara later admitted that during this time something felt deeply wrong. She shared that she would kiss Johnny and immediately feel this wave of sadness wash over her, and she didn't know why. It was a deeply confusing time for a young actress in Hollywood. Eventually, she realized what it was. She was gay. The feelings she had after kissing Johnny were actually about her sexuality and not being able to understand or express her true self. When she finally told Johnny, his reaction was incredibly supportive. He listened, stood by her, and most importantly, never told a soul. He kept her secret safe for years because he knew how terrified she was that coming out would instantly destroy her career she had built. She feared Hollywood would immediately turn its back on her, which was a very real fear for many actors at that time. While she kept this massive secret, Sara's career moved forward. She took on a powerful, darker film role in 1992 in Poison Ivy with Drew Barrymore, and later she joined the cast of ER in 2004, and then The Big Bang Theory in 2007 as Dr. Leslie Winkle, Leonard's no-nonsense physicist love interest. Though she was a fan favorite on Big Bang, her time was cut short because, as she later said, the writers weren't sure what to do with her character. But behind the scenes, Sara was planning her next big move. In 2010, she pitched an idea to CBS for a new kind of talk show, The Talk. The concept was simple: women talking about life and news from the perspective of a mother. She became the creator and executive producer, shaping the show to be personal, raw, and sometimes uncomfortable. That same year, she finally made the brave decision to come out publicly. Shortly before The Talk premiered, she had already been in a long-term relationship with TV producer Ali Adler for nearly 10 years, and they had 2 children together, Levi Hank and Sawyer Jane. She had been living her truth privately for a long time, but with the launch of her show, she was ready to stop hiding. The most emotional moment related to this came in 2013 on The Talk, during a special Secret Week. Sara finally opened up about her painful struggle while dating Johnny Galecki on the set of Roseanne. She talked about the sadness she felt after kissing him and the confusion that led her to finally realize her truth. Before she went public with the story, she called Johnny. He showed up for her again, offering to be there on set to hold her hand if she needed it. That moment of support between them was a powerful reminder of their deep bond. Later, Sara fell in love again with singer Linda Perry of Four Non-Blondes. They got engaged in a beautiful picnic proposal in 2013 and married by the ocean in Malibu in 2014, eventually welcoming a son named Rhodes in 2015. But the biggest story of Sara's career came when she decided to bring Roseanne back. It started with a simple sketch on The Talk with her co-star John Goodman, who played Dan Connor. The spark was still there, and Sara became the driving force behind the Roseanne revival in 2018. She pushed for the show to be real, grounded in the actual struggles of working-class families today, dealing with things like the opioid crisis. The premiere was a massive success, a huge hit with over 18 million viewers. But behind the scenes, Sara was carrying an impossible burden. She was the star, the executive producer, and the person trying to keep the volatile co-star, Roseanne Barr, from destroying everything. Roseanne was unpredictable, and Sara spent every week trying to keep the crew calm and the production from imploding. Then, in the early morning hours of May 29, 2018, it all ended. Roseanne Barr posted a racist, abhorrent tweet aimed at a former White House advisor. The internet exploded, and within hours, ABC canceled the show. 200 cast and crew members instantly lost their jobs. Sara was devastated, but immediately jumped into action. She publicly condemned the tweet, saying it was disgusting and did not reflect anyone else on the show. She stood by ABC's decision, which cost Roseanne Barr everything. The betrayal was massive. Roseanne Barr never forgave Sara, publicly accusing her of ruining her life and stabbing her in the back. But Sara didn't fire back. She focused on salvaging what she could, and that led to the creation of the spin-off series, The Connors, which aired later that year. Sara not only starred, but continued as the executive producer, carrying the massive weight of the series without its famous face. The show had to kill off the Roseanne character via an opioid overdose, a dark but honest reflection of real-world issues. Sara kept the show going for 7 seasons, until its final episode in 2025, where she and her co-stars broke the fourth wall in a truly tearful goodbye. All that success came at a personal cost. By 2019, Sara was juggling The Connors, producing, and hosting The Talk. She cried on air, admitting she had to leave because her life was completely off balance. Her youngest son was just 4, and she realized she hadn't even finished his baby book. She needed to prioritize her family. A few months later, she filed for legal separation from Linda Perry. The divorce process took 5 years, finally becoming official in 2024. But it was always handled with love. They agreed to remain family and still co-parent their son, Rhodes, proving that even endings can be beautiful. Now, as The Connors has wrapped, Sara Gilbert stands at a new beginning. She spent nearly 40 decades as Darlene, but she's not done telling stories. She's focused on her new production company, Sara Plus Tom, with her old producer, Tom Warner, and she wants to make shows that are funny and moving. Sara's journey is a powerful story of someone who had to hide a fundamental part of herself to survive in Hollywood, only to then become the strong leader who had to make the hardest decision of her career, a decision that was painful but necessary to protect the hundreds of people working with her. She proved that even though the sadness of the past lingers, her future is all about purpose, truth, and family. If Sara Gilbert's journey of strength and new beginnings touched you, give this video a like. Don't forget to share it with a friend who loves The Connors, and most importantly, subscribe to the channel and hit that notification bell so you don't miss our next deep dive. What do you think Sara will do next? Let me know in the comments below.